Um, Jennifer Taylor, I'm not sure whether she didn't paint with us in the gallery. Linda Gould, I don't have anything from her. And Susan Lally and Dahlia in Spain. If you remember, she had a power outage the day we were painting, so I'm not sure. I guess I won't wait for her.
Oh dear.
Okay, well, good, good. Well, almost all of you said you were grateful for the opportunity to try this, but nobody was bragging about how great their piece came out, and I would count myself in the same boat. It was a tough one, and I was trying something a little bit different. But anyway, here we go. Share. There we go. Share down here. And where do I go? Oh, I know. Go up to this thing.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna close this door.
Green awnings. Here we go. Boom. Slideshow from the beginning. All right, so next year I'll have to learn all these steps again. It was pretty quick sign in. All right, so here we go. But before we start, we have a couple oldies but goodies. Karen submitted these. These are Karen. You want to talk about these too?
Oh yeah, well, during our break in March, I got motivated to paint some things that I set aside. You know, when I see something online that I like and I want to try to paint it, I save it. So
Good.
I pulled them out, and this is what I did. I always wanted to do a rooster. So
Great.
and
Great.
and I like to garden, so I did some tomatoes. So I hung them in my kitchen.
That's a good place for them. Yeah. And
Yeah,
Karen
keep
sent
them
two
fun.
other pictures, but one of them were the pieces were a little bit small and one was at a funny angle. So Karen, I didn't put all of them in, but
Oh yeah, no, I just wanted to show you I was busy.
and for all of you, it's if you see something you like, take a picture of it or save it, but
Yeah.
keep a file like Karen did. So when you have some time or you get a snowy day in March, you just pull it out and say, "Here we go." So
Yep.
very
Yeah.
nice. And then
Beautiful.
Donna has
Yeah.
her stream one. This is
Oh, yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Wow. Very nice.
Wow, that's really
Mhm.
nice. Love it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Beautiful.
very, very nice.
Great job on the water.
yeah, the
Oh,
water looks
Yeah,
great. I love the reflections and the light highlights across here.
amazing.
Very good.
Gorgeous.
incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This was going back to trying fast and loose.
Yeah,
Going,
good.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
right.
with the green awnings, I went back to, just being really detailed. But this one was fun.
The
Good.
bridge is great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bridge is
Yeah.
very nice. Terrific,
The,
terrific.
the water is absolutely incredible. The levels that my eye just keeps traveling up. I've said
Yeah.
that about, but this one is exceptionally incredible. It's especially that reflection, like
Yeah.
right, yeah, that reflection is
Yeah.
just,
Oh, wow.
that's a
Mhm.
knockout.
And I
Yeah.
like the blush of is,
Yep.
green,
Yeah.
yellow, pink, all in there, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Wow.
nice, Donna.
Thank you.
Good, good.
Spectacular.
All right. Well, here's what you know and love. And
No.
I liked it.
okay, so what I did this from one of my own photographs in Marrakesh of one of the alleyways with all these markets.
Very nice.
Wow, lovely.
Oh, look at
Wow.
that.
Figures
Beautiful.
here with their crazy cloaks and stuff.
Look how you mix the
Love the
colors in their
colors.
clothes. That's great.
So,
Yes.
Wow.
oh, here comes Linda. Okay, this I guess I had my wife take this picture. I was up on the roof of our hotel looking out over the city of Fez, which had all these old Moorish uh walls and Roman arches up in the you got the Romans, you got the Moors, you got the Christians, the stuff is all, and then the Jewish people. I mean, the place is packed with all kinds of stuff. And
Hmm.
I couldn't find my painting that I did from this view, so I don't have it for you. Um, this was the left is the picture I took while I'm standing. I'm actually standing in the marketplace with cars going by and motorcycles and everything else. And then the picture I did from it, or while I was there, where you see that tower in the distance,
Yeah.
from us.
Oh, nice.
And
Very nice.
yeah, I put it,
Beautiful.
you know, a bicyclist or a motorcycle was ripping around, so I put that right in the center there.
Great.
It's kind of fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you know, one of the funny things about painting, you always, you know, Maria would say, "Oh, I always know where to find you because there's a crowd off in the corner of the marketplace with people watching." And this little boy
Yeah.
watched me for a
Oh,
long time,
Oh,
so
how cute. Uh-huh.
I
It
wanted to
looks
get
like a
him.
lot of fun, Ned.
It was a good time, really good. Yep.
Yeah.
A great trip.
Yeah, and I didn't know it when I stood there, and you know, you back up against. Oh, I was up against a dumpster or something. You know, you got to go find a place where you're not going to get in the way. And then right on I didn't realize it till later. Right on the other side of the dumpster were two policemen in a car, so I felt pretty damn safe. Okay, and then these guys are kind of colorful, like, but as soon as you take their picture, they come over and they want some money.
Ah.
Bakshish. Okay, Robert Wade is an artist I've long admired, and I took a workshop with him once or twice. And this is one of his. I love this.
Wow.
Those
Mm.
muted
Yeah.
tones and a very, very, very sharp figure here.
Beautiful. Wow, that's something.
And these alleyways in the old section of the city were no wider than a donkey or a donkey cart. I mean, these things came around. You had to really move out of the way.
Mm.
And
Oh, wow.
Robert Wade is an Australian, and
Wow,
there's sort of a
amazing.
British look to this, but you get the feeling of a lot of people, but you know, it's so simplified in this top third.
Look at the beautiful grays. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is the same marketplace where I was. He took a different angle. I
Wow.
was probably standing way over here, looking this way, but oh my God,
Damn.
he's got everything in there.
He's up.
Amazing. Did you buy
Maybe
any?
he was on the roof.
He may have been on the roof of his hotel.
Yeah.
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 Or there are a couple of restaurants that look out over this, and if you're nice to them, they'll let you paint there.
Nice.
But I love the simplicity of all this,
Mm.
you know?
But it's so simple, but it says so much.
Exactly. So actually, you know, yeah. And then Eric Weigart, this is his source picture, and this is his painting using color on top of color. And boy, I'll tell you,
Wow.
I like it.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Full of expressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then this is another one of his probably
Wow.
tents and market things. I mean, they start to fall apart a little bit at some times,
Yeah.
but you get the feeling. All right. Well, this is, you know, we can always wish that we could paint that loosely, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are again. So we'll go through. Oh, this is kind of cool. So Donna, you were wonderful. Donna sent me 4 pictures in sequence. So Donna, you want to narrate this?
Sure. I usually take progress photos, so when I mess up, I can see exactly when and where it happened. But the first photo is just a really simple sketch. The second photo is a watercolor grisaille, which I did a little bit differently than Ned did. I mixed ultramarine blue and burnt umber and made it really watery, so it was a very watery gray.
Yep.
And I covered everything that was either a middle or a dark value
Yep. Good.
and left the light.
Yep.
And then go to the next slide.
Yep.
Then I went from there and started placing the darker values, because what I wanted to do, just like when you oil paint or paint in acrylics, I would have a value map. So I know never to get darker than one particular area or lighter
Sure.
than one
Yep.
particular
Yep.
area. It's all laid out for me. So with water, this was an experiment. I've never done this with watercolor before. So then I layered color on top of
Yep.
this. And
Oh,
that
wow.
was that was a finished
Wow.
product. And by doing the grisaille and figuring out ahead of time where the darks and the lights were, it made it less overwhelming.
Yeah.
So
It's a
the
pretty
Wow,
overwhelming.
that's amazing.
so the
That's
canvas with the color, I mean the paper with the color is the exact same paper that you showed us with the last picture.
All, no, all of them.
Oh,
It-
they're
it-
all the same piece of
they're,
paper. I got
they're
it.
all the same piece of paper.
Wow.
And I modified and added and, played around as I went along. But, I'm lazy. I'm not going to do it twice. You know,
Yeah. No, it came out very well. Wow, that's an interesting technique. And I love these. You got these sports jerseys
Wow.
up here and
Yeah.
I'm a detail-oriented person. So
yeah.
Yes.
for me, not that it's the greatest work of art, but I enjoyed doing the details.
Well,
Yeah.
and I thank you, Donna, because you asked me about it the week before, and I'd known grisaille, but I'd never thought of it in watercolor. And so I did a little bit of looking around, and you saw what I did. But this is great. Yeah, I love it when you guys push me or show me some technique with mascoid or titanium white or whatever. It's fun. We're learning from each other.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Wow.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Thank you.
Thank
okay, and
you.
then Barb, you had two. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's the same picture, but I sent it to Ned and then I looked at it and I thought I haven't got my values right and my colors seemed blah and I hadn't used enough pigment. So I went back to it and the one on the right, I darkened the shadows and particularly under the green awning.
Okay, yes.
And
No.
there's there's some of the stuff under there that's in the sunlight and I just gave it more pigment
Mhm.
to bring it out. And then and I also changed the composition from the photograph. I liked the guy carrying his bag, and I put a red hat on him, what I would call a fez, and walking away with his sack. And then in the corner, I added next to him a lady selling under the umbrella, selling some some kind of red fruit or veggies.
Yep.
And then I added this little boy with a soccer ball because, for one thing, I didn't want to do bikes or motorbikes, and I just wanted a little more action in the picture. And then finally, the couple that were strolling in the picture, I put them back in the background, haggling with the guy over buying a rug. So you can see them back there.
Good.
But I also
Better
liked
rug.
the lady with her headscarf. So she's still where she was, I think, pretty
Yeah.
much in the original.
Nice. Wow. That's pretty
So
Good.
I thought it was fun. I really enjoyed layering the colors on, although I did find it a bit scary. But I just didn't have enough pigment, and then after letting it sit for a few hours, I just decided I had to go back in.
Yeah. No, you've got some great this area, particularly the warm reds and yellows and the purples up in here, and then this
Yeah.
whole shadow area.
Yeah.
It almost makes you say, I'll never just paint a purple shadow again. You see how much color you can put into it.
Nice.
It's
beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
It just goes to show that, not to be shy about the pigment, like even little things like in the lower left-hand side, there's that turquoise sign. Well, I painted it turquoise, but I had to put more turquoise on it two or
Yeah.
three times to get it to stand out. And it's in
Yes.
the sun, it should stand out.
Yeah. No, very good. Good stuff, Barb. That's terrific.
Thanks. Very
Very
nice.
good.
And you got your tables in there? I see.
I got
my
Yeah,
tables
yeah.
in there, yeah.
Wow.
I ended up painting over mine.
I had mine in my drawing. I painted right through it during the demo.
Yeah.
All right, very good, Barbara. Okay, and Elaine's got a lot of nice color going on in here. Oh, mackerel.
Wow.
Fantastic. Very atmospheric.
Elaine, what was going through your head, and what parts did you like? And
Well, I think I like the figures on the right-hand side, and it's a little bright over there, I guess, compared to the rest of it. It should be a little bit darker. But I got a blossom when I was initially putting on the 3 washes, and I guess it just stayed that way. I could make
you
it
like
any
right here?
darker. I said I think I got a blossom on
Yeah.
the right-hand side as I was putting on the 3 washes.
Yep. Yep.
That's the reason why it's a little lighter. And it was kind of scary. I think it's hard putting down the first wash. And once we get through that, it's a little bit easier, but not that much easier.
Right, right. Yeah, the tough thing is, as you all know by now, even after a couple of watercolors, it's just hard to know how much water to put on your brush or how
I
much color to
know.
put into the water. It's you
That's
learn
so
as you go.
hard. That's so
Yeah.
hard to do. And I had a lot of trouble with those awnings. I just could not draw them correctly.
Uh-huh.
But I'm happy with it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm happy
Yeah.
with it. It was fun. It was
Good. Good, good, good. Terrific. All right. Paul coming up next. Here we are. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
No
Yeah.
color.
very nice.
Thank you. I definitely struggled with the grisé, and I ran out of raw sienna at one point. So after it dried, I went back over it with some watered down raw sienna and just kept fudging with things. And I was on the road all day yesterday, but I was thinking the whole time that, do I just start over or keep hacking at it? So anyway, but it was a challenging exercise. So
Yeah.
I had that exposure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you say the raw sienna. I ran out of raw sienna after that first pass with my washes. It was like I had to go back, while you guys were painting, I went and unscrewed the paint top and started all over, squeezed out
Oh.
more.
Wow.
But yeah, good, good, good. This is fine. Yeah, Paul, I think, I think you could get some more darks over here and indicate some of the stuff that's in there. You can do it. And I now think this little piece of light umbrella is almost, it's a little
Extraneous?
bit over there.
Yeah.
You don't want to paint it dark suddenly, but it's sort of too bright for something right at the edge of the painting.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to
So
keep
muted.
some of your brightest lights in near focal points and points of
Mhm.
interest.
Mhm.
So if you
Well,
are
the one-
bold enough, I'd take just a tone and tone that down a little bit.
Okay.
I like the bike and the shadow.
Yeah, yeah, the bike and the shadow underneath the bike.
Mm.
And
These
one of the
guys-
things I noticed this morning as I was trying to finish this up is I start on the left side and follow the line of the top of the awning and then down to the blue umbrella. There's basically almost a straight line down to that big brown door, and then in the lower left above the shadow, there's a line of light, and they tend to converge pretty close to the center. And that was
they do.
by accident.
They do converge almost right about just to the right of this figure.
Yeah, but it
Because
was by accident. I wasn't thinking about that as I was.
yeah,
color.
and the reason is when I was, where I was standing in that plaza, that's if I look straight ahead, that's where I would have seen so when I pick up the camera, that's
Oh yeah,
that's where these lines will go right down to
Yeah.
right about there, and this line will go right up to there.
okay. I feel better about my painting now.
Yeah. That's all.
Because I'm looking at the picture now.
Yeah. No.
Sky looks lovely.
I think
Yeah.
perspectively it works.
Nice.
Yeah.
A lot of good color in the background here, and yeah, very nice.
Well, thank you all.
Good. Okay. Emil.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
I love it.
That's
The
really
color in
different for you, Emil.
Yeah, it definitely was
That-
very different, Donna.
That's a very different style for you. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I went with the whole experience, and I had my drawing class yesterday with my student, and then I said, okay, I'm too tired to work on it, so I did it this morning, and I said, okay, what the heck am I going to do? Because it didn't look like this at all. And then I said, okay, I got to do something in the foreground because there's like too much space. I think I could have made my figures a little
Bigger.
bigger. Yeah. And it would have filled in the space a little, but I wanted to get the distance at the same time. Anyway, so I went with the splatter. I went with the dark splatter. I figured cobblestone might have like a truck went by with dumping some dirt, you know, you know, and and then I just added some more color to the right hand side there. So I kind of like the way that was looking, you know. So
Up here.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
nice.
See the
Yeah.
different levels or the coats or whatever that are hanging there.
Yeah. See,
Nice
Paul,
job on the
that's
carpets.
what Paul, that's what I think you can do into yours. It's just put some different levels of some darker colors, red, blue, yellow,
yeah,
whatever.
One thing I think you really captured, Emil, even though there's a lot of shadow and you've got very good, strong value differentiation, you captured the fact that this is a very bright, light, warm, warm, I mean, in
yeah.
temperature space. And
Sunlit
I think
day.
that's well done.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I wanted to keep the sun on everything, and even in the white part, you know, I toned that down. Actually, I did what Ned does with oh, when you started painting, Ned, you toned the water.
Yeah, yeah.
So I toned this down because it was really, really like bright, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, that looks phony.
Right.
So, and I was toying with either I do like a blue gray or do I do a yellow? And then I said, yellows. I was doing my test paper and I'm like, nope, no yellow.
Yeah.
So I just did that. And
Good, good,
so it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
good.
And usually I would put a lot more detail in the buildings, but I figured the characters, the people were more important to me, getting the differentiate, all the different poses
Yep,
and
yep.
so
No, it works. It works. And I really love this. This area is really nice up here. It's simplified. Very nice. Good
yeah,
stuff.
thanks. It was fun.
Looks very nice.
All right. What do we got here? Nana, this is yours? Yes?
Nice.
Yes.
Little doggy.
Okay.
Love it.
I love that.
That's Nana and John and Augie.
Right.
Yeah, I struggle with this. I just don't do well in details, and I it was my third attempt, and I washed it, I changed it, I tried doing the first one with all the different with the layers, one color. Anyway, and I had table and chairs and other people, and then I just got away from me. So
Yeah.
I
And you threw you put the splatter on too, right?
got, yeah.
Good.
No, I think there's some nice areas back here, Nana. All this works out very well. This got a little bit maybe dark over here, but it
Yeah.
was dark. Um,
I like that it makes the city look old, which it
Yeah.
is.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Good.
Where'd you get the idea for the dog?
Well, he's in a lot of my paintings because where I paint in my dining room, I have a wooden dog somewhat like this sitting on a table. And
Ah,
so he always inspires me.
okay, good, great,
He's been
great.
many colors. He's been purple and yellow and blue.
Oh, good. All right, well, very nice. Here we go. Nana and who do we have here? Loria, have you coming up?
Ah,
Oh wow.
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 Wow,
It- the sense of light is great on it. Look at the light hitting that building on the left side. Wow.
yeah, these sort of look like stained glass figures. They glow, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
Ned, you mentioned ghosts, and at the time, all of my figures were looking like ghosts.
Okay.
And so that was my effort to add a little bit of reality.
Sure.
I also messed up and I painted part of what was supposed to be white. And so I tried to save it from that angle. And like it's like 2/3 of the picture looked like they're from outer space, maybe, and then the left side looks a little bit more normal, maybe.
Yeah, I like underneath here where you see that there's some boxes or something going on, but it's not too literal, you know?
And I just did not. I'm too heavy-handed with my color, and when I started out so dark, it was like I spent most of my time on the picture trying to lighten it up.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, it really works.
Yeah, well, you've got a nice glow on these figures, that's for darn sure. It's good.
Very nice.
So we did figures and we did layering of washes and architecture. This is like had a little bit of everything in it.
Absolutely, and actually, there was a period when they looked like aliens. Also, my my husband said, "I like it. I'll put it in my office."
Good, good.
Oh,
That's right.
Nice.
He wants dinner tonight, right?
Except he's in Missouri.
Oh, okay. All right. Gina coming up.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, wow. Nice. Oh,
Yeah, so me who never uses color, I went for it and
Yeah.
didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah. No, it's great.
It looks
Don't you
great.
love this area like here? And
Yes.
it really works well. Yeah.
It was so dark that I had to go back. I lost all of my lines. I had no idea where anything was supposed to be. I accidentally painted over everything that I wanted to keep lighter. So then the only thing I could do was take it right out of the tube and plop it on there.
yeah.
That's what I did.
All the colors work really well. I mean, I love the green against the purple and the yellow on top, and then all the warm colors on the right side. I mean, it just really lends to
Yeah, yeah.
the atmosphere of the day.
yeah.
No,
It
this
wasn't anything like the beautiful drawing I drew the day before.
don't we all wish we could just Xerox them onto another piece of paper?
Yeah.
Save the
Yeah,
drawing.
you can if you're Bill Prickett.
I know. Right.
Wow. I like your motorcycle and how all those colors sort of blend in, but yet are like, you know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Diffused here and
yes.
yep.
That's
This is
Well,
a
what
good
that's because it
example.
was so wet. That's what happens. I
Well,
don't know.
those are the happy accents we like, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I
But the
really love
color is crazy.
the way this whole thing is one big shape. From down here, the floor, the side walls, and the back walls, all they all run together and make one big, abstract shape. It's pretty nice. Really.
Mhm.
That was all a big mistake. So thank you, Ned.
All right, good. Gina. Let's see. Okay. You mentioned Bill Prickett. Now
Oh, wow.
Nice. Nice.
That's a
Wow.
lot of color too.
Wow, I
yeah,
love her
Is this
dress.
what he worked on in class, Ned?
yeah. Do you remember
Oh,
that?
Yeah, it's very different, but boy, he did a nice job. Yeah.
That lady's
Yeah, I
dress is
agree.
very nice.
Mhm.
He
Yeah.
had so much color on
It's
it. He had
really
to take it
flowing.
over into the sun to dry it out. It was
I know. It was dripping. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
He
so
must have
nice.
used a couple tubes of paint.
Yeah,
You're
and
not
look
kidding.
at
Yeah.
he's got some nice colors dancing around back here and some flowers up here. And this is a really nice
Yeah.
abstract area there.
Yeah. It's
Very nice.
really amazing. Yeah, with all the colors. Wow. The saturation level is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the movement in the woman's dress is just
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good, Donna. Yeah.
I want to dress like that.
Yeah. No, this is a good painting. This is a good painting. And he's got what I would call transparent watercolor, like here, and then opaque watercolor, which is a little like up in here. This is where
Yeah.
you can't see through it, and you put on the color very boldly and without much water, and it'll jump out at you. Good.
Wow.
Good. Okay. Well, and as you know, he's got his AI offering. So here we go. This is a photograph. He told AI to do a marketplace in Marrakesh, and this is what the thing came up with.
Wow.
Oh, that's AI?
Yeah, that's AI. It just invented it. Like,
Wow. That's
Really?
crazy.
it kind of looks like one of the places I saw, but
I mean, it could be a real place, couldn't it?
yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it might have just sorted through various pictures and just popped
Well,
one up.
I remember going through this gate. This gate goes into a palace gardens, but all this rug stuff wouldn't have been there. So
Yeah.
that's where AI is taking a building that exists and then dumping on a lot of stuff in front of it. I guess,
Yeah.
Unless they have
Yeah.
markets on certain days.
Okay, and then a couple of AI pictures.
Oh, wow.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Huh.
Mhm.
The one on the right looks a little like that painter you showed us towards the beginning.
Right, right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Color
Lots
everywhere,
of
right?
people in
Look
the
at those
background.
explosions of color.
Mm.
This is nice. I like this one.
I like the
Mhm.
one on the
How,
left for
how do
sure.
you
Yeah.
do that? You just go to some website that has A1? What?
Well, he types in people walking in a marketplace in Marrakesh in watercolor, and this is what it
Oh God.
But he must have
gives.
some kind of AI app that he uses for that.
Well, I guess
Yeah,
so.
there's a
Yeah.
bunch of different ones that
Yeah.
he uses a pretty
Well, this
there's
one's called Firefly.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I got one. I think I got one more, maybe one or two more.
Wow.
This
Wow.
is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That looks like his painting.
Oh
Yeah.
my God,
He,
that's incredible.
Huh.
he looks like he took those two characters and plopped them into his painting.
And
Yeah, yeah.
Don on the
Exactly.
same dress that you mentioned with the movement we have right
Yeah.
now.
I agree.
Wow.
I don't know if I saw this in a gallery, I'd buy it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Really lovely.
All right, and here's Lee. Lee has her. Obviously, she always does her own take.
Mhm.
Monkey. And once I saw this soccer player, and Barb had a soccer kid with a soccer ball, I went right back to the picture. I said, "Where's this? Where's this kid with a soccer ball? He's showing up in a couple of paintings."
He didn't exist. He wasn't in the photograph, but I just decided decided we needed one. But
Yep.
obviously Lee did too.
So Lee thought the same thing.
Oh, charming.
Yeah. Sweet.
Really great for a kid's room. It's really cute.
And I think she's imitated some Arabic writing here because those aren't letters that I recognize. And same up
Yeah,
here.
yeah, definitely.
She sure does her research.
I wonder what size it is, how big it is.
Yeah, these are in a pad with a spiral binding, which I crop out when she sends them to me.
Mm.
Then you got this
Huh.
the jerseys that we saw in someone else's picture.
Monkey on the right.
Holy crap, I just noticed that monkey.
Yeah, right?
Jeez.
The banana vendor.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
He's having a conversation with the guy.
This is great. Very nice. Very good. And I really look at that sky. Whew.
Yeah.
Mm.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Where are we here? Oh, this is interesting.
Wow.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Wow, lovely.
The fountain.
Oh, I love the fountain.
Fountain.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
great.
Oh, the shadows.
And the tunnel.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
gateway there is really pretty cool. The figure
That's-
going through.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's
got that
nice.
right.
Yeah.
When I first saw the photograph, I had the impression that there was a passageway, and then afterwards I realized it was a store. But I like the idea of the
Sure.
passageway.
Yeah,
And,
this
and
is
there
good decision.
are. I mean, there are passageways like this in these old parts of the town.
yeah, this is really fantastic. Wow.
And nice job on the shadow that goes over part of the fountain, then comes
Mhm.
down this, and then goes off at this angle.
Yeah.
That's,
Nicely done. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Beautiful colors in your shadows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
I thought the grisaille had got way too dark, and there was sort of nothing I could do about it. And I tried removing some on the side of the fountain, but
Well, you gotta be happy with, again, we got this very strong feeling of light. You're in a country that's very close to the equator. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hey, nice job with that, especially this tunnel thing. That's cool. Great. Okay, Kathleen. This is
Oh yeah, look at that. Another one, the light. Wow, that's
Wow, a lot of detail.
Beautiful.
Lovely.
Look at the bike. It looks so real.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
thing is there. It's great.
the
wow.
people were lovely.
yeah.
Love the shadows, the colors, everything.
Yeah, I struggled a little bit on the left I went in kind of dark on that whole area instead of leaving some light. But
Well, you're talking about over here?
yeah,
Yeah. It looks pretty
I
good
think
to
it
me.
reads very well with the
Yeah.
shadow. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah, good for you, Kathleen. And again, this area like that blending stuff looks really cool.
Nice job. Yeah.
Down in here with this is not for the faint of heart. I'll tell you, I'd never do this kind of technique on the first day of a group of new students.
Yeah, fun.
But Ned, I think everybody rose to the occasion. It was
I
kind of scary, but it turned
Yeah.
out good.
Yeah. And if you've pushed yourself this far, you can take parts of your lesson and use it, in another one and maybe not go as dark or whatever, but
Mhm. Yeah, that's right.
it's good. It's good. Yeah, you guys really did rise to the occasion. Okay. Yeah, this is
Oh, that's
Wow.
lively.
That's
That's lovely.
that's a nice area right there, boy.
Yeah,
Ooh.
lots of
oh,
color.
yeah.
A lot of motion in this.
And the figures are fantastic too. Yeah.
I think as much as we complain about details, it's the details that, I don't know, help keep you focused.
Yeah.
I find it harder to do a landscape of like just big shapes than something like this where I have a map, I have a plan, I know exactly where all the pieces are going to fall in. I don't
Yep.
have to make stuff up, you
Yeah.
know. I don't have to suggest things. I can just be more literal.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
just my opinion. I would rather do something like this than a landscape.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, this is a great example of the negative painting where you've got this blue tone and then you push this darks up against there and up against the awning and a couple darks on top of the blue
Mhm.
and reds and yellows. Wow, this came out well.
I thought it was a
Mhm.
great lesson to put towards other paintings and
Well,
I've never
good.
painted it like that. So thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
at
it's
all.
spectacular. Yeah, this is, I mean, the light and the shapes and like Ned said, the negative painting. Boy, that's dynamite right there.
Well,
Yep,
Yeah.
I think I
very
can
good.
lighten up some of the people that are in shadow, but yeah, I it's definitely a good challenge, Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. All right, Karen?
Oh, very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Soft.
Yeah, it was interesting. I had difficulty, with the shadows, putting them in later. And for foreground, I wanted it to be a little bit lighter on the right there. And my motorcycle turned into a little mini car.
That's okay. It could be a mini, it could be one of those Vespas. I know it's not
Right,
Italy,
right,
but it could be
right.
you never know, right?
And trying to put all the merchandise in was overwhelming to me. I just couldn't figure it out how to get it in there with the dark background and
Yeah.
so everything, turned out to be yellow. I'm disappointed that I lost the light. I don't know where it went.
A lot of light down in here and on these
Oh, is that-
figures.
I know,
yeah,
but for some reason it doesn't seem to pop like, all the others. Like I wanted to, I love that pop of the white on the figures
Yeah.
along with the colored clothing. But I don't know. I just seem to have lost it. Maybe the awning should have been
Well, again,
light.
I don't, this takes some boldness, but to make like this figure brighter or make it stand out more, you actually put in some more, you darken the shadows.
hmm
Mhm.
And if you want this lady back here with a red top, put a dark red on the backside of her. Um, and that will make her pop out a little bit more. So making something stand out more, making it look whiter, you actually put some darks next to it.
Well, that's what I was trying to do on the couple in the front. You see, I added
Yeah.
that blue
Yeah.
swatch,
yeah,
thinking it
yeah.
would make the white pop, but I don't know.
You know, you've got it with this color between the two. That part works. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
And
And just like I said, like on the where the green awnings are, I didn't really know how to put all that merchandise in there.
yeah.
It was like I was like totally
Right, right.
befuddled over it all.
You did a nice job over here with the fruit cellar or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. And then it was an afterthought that I went and I darkened it up further above
Okay.
his head there, because I noticed that needed to be a dark shadow too.
Yeah. Good, good.
So it was fun.
Yeah. All right. Good. And then Jennifer.
Yep.
Ooh, wow.
That's mine.
Yeah, that you got
Wow.
the lights sure popped on this one. Yeah, good for
Good
you.
job.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I had fun with it. I really liked it, and I liked working with a number of color layers while
Yeah.
it was still wet.
Yeah.
And then I just never have enough patience. You have to wait till it's dry, dry, dry to
Mhm.
add in detail on top of that really wet area.
Yeah.
Because I tried a couple times and would start to weep and it's like, oh, it's not dry yet.
I know. And that's when you just stop and go get another cup of coffee or another
Yeah,
or you've worked on the right-hand side for a long time and it's wet, then you come over here and do details like this stuff and
yeah,
let that dry over there. But um no, this came out nicely, Jennifer. Very nice.
Mm.
thanks.
Yeah, definitely.
Ned, I was wondering what brand of watercolor do you use, and is it a professional level or a student level?
I use professional level, and I encourage all of you to do that because you're all
Okay,
at that level. The student level, the colors aren't that good.
okay. So I can you tell me the brand you like?
Yeah, Winsor Newton is good. Daniel Smith is good.
Okay,
I
Holbein
use
is good.
Holbein.
Yeah,
yeah,
Holbein's good.
Hey
okay.
Ned, I'm gonna plug the paint on Joe on Cheap Joe's. I mean, that's all I've been using all
Yeah,
along.
but he's
And
out of business.
I
And
think you still order. You can still order. It takes about a month and a half to get the paint.
wait. I went on there. I couldn't even find ultramarine blue. They're out of stock.
Oh, so maybe that. I'm just saying that
Emil bought it all.
Yeah,
I guess.
No, I have
So,
some cheap Joes. I like that. I like that. I have that. It's just I happened to be in Michael's months ago, and they
Yeah.
were clearing out some of their stuff. So
Oh.
their student grade was 99 cents. So I bought it, but I'm
Yeah.
not happy with it.
right.
I think your colors look beautiful here,
No,
though. I mean,
Well,
the combination in your shadows is really pretty.
thank you.
Sure,
It's like
yeah.
5 layers of student grade color, though.
So this is with the student grade color, though?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
It's not bad.
I agree with Barbara. It looks pretty darn good.
Yeah, I think so
It's
too.
just I
Yeah.
was watching you putting down one run of color and it was bright and clear and I'm thinking, why is mine so light? And then
Yeah.
I added more paint to my water and it got a little bit better. But what I found was I had to let it dry, but not completely dry, so that I could drop the next layer in and
That's
it would
right. That's
granulate like
Yep.
you said. So
Yep.
I had a lot of fun with it. I was just curious as to what you used.
Good. No. Good. Yeah. Treat yourself to the better.
Yeah,
You pay more, but I think the experience is much nicer in the end.
yeah.
You don't
Ned,
want
Well,
to
what
be
and
about
fighting. It'd
like
Ned,
be
what
I
like,
about
found,
yeah.
watercolor with Q? Like I can't think of the name of it, but it's got a Q in it.
Core,
Cool.
QOR.
That's
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
I have
How
some of that.
They're
and how is
nice.
that?
They're good. They're intense
Okay, okay. Because
colors.
once I run out of the cheap Joe stuff, I was thinking about going to that because I went to the factory upstate where they make that
It's a
watercolor and other stuff. It was incredible tool.
golden.
Golden, thank
Yeah.
you. I went to the Golden web warehouse. Oh my God, you guys should go. And you get all these, you get a bag of freebies at the end, so it's
Wow.
cool. Yeah. And
Good.
anyway, that's so okay.
I will caution you, not that all these are frame, we don't put a frame on everything we do, but I went on a website that I've used for a long time, and I think because of the tariff stuff, a bunch of frames that I usually get, and I think they're from China, were just unavailable,
Oh, okay.
or
Yeah.
or a lot more expensive, by $160 frame was now $230, something like that.
Ooh.
So buy from America and you won't have that trouble.
And I can't find the frame that I like. There were some styles
Oh,
I liked.
oh, yeah.
Hey, another website for art supplies is Jerry's Artorama.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Jennifer,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, last year I purchased a portable little dryer. It's about the size of a man's wallet, and it can clip on your easel, and and you just push a button and it blows onto your paper, and
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
it's so great. I've used it a lot, and it's rechargeable, just like you would recharge your phone. Has a
Oh,
little cord.
nice. Well,
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
next,
amazing.
when I'm
I got
back
it on
east,
Amazon. I got it on Amazon. It's really cool.
No.
excellent. When I'm
And it
back east, I'll do that. Right
yeah,
now,
works great.
out here in Blanca, Colorado, the humidity level when I got up this morning was 9%, and it went all the way up to 11 by noontime. So, um, but what I did find was that I was still impatient when I put like 3 layers of different waters on it, and I wanted to put some more in. If you don't wait long enough, you create a bloom, and then it's hard to get that edge off.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just, I guess, in any humidity level, when you're doing this type of granulated colors and you want it to be pretty even, it's a technique and it takes practice.
Oh, it does. And the amount of water in your brush,
Yes.
too much or too little, and you can mess it all up. But
Yeah. But I had a lot of fun with it. So thank you. I enjoyed it.
Well, you guys are all quite resilient and uh, adventuresome, I should say. That's terrific. So
Thank you.
did I leave out anybody? This is what I hate. I think I'm at the end. Yes. Okay, yeah. All right. So don't quit. Don't put your paints away and then have to scrape them out with a chisel next winter or something. Keep spray your colors, keep them fresh. Try to do one a week if you can, or two.
I'm gonna do watercolor plein air and oil painting plein air. I'm gonna mix it all, not together, of course, but I'm trying to, I got to get ready for the big paint out June 28th. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna do,
my wife is telling me to plug a workshop up here in Vermont on July
yeah,
22nd, 3rd, and 4th. And I've got a couple, like there's 6 people up here in Vermont that are doing
can't
it,
wait
and
to
then
go.
3,
Can't wait to go.
3 from down in Pauling that have
Yeah.
been in the classes. So
I
anyway,
got my motel reservation at the same spot where they make the fresh pizza every night if you want it.
Yum.
Fresh farm eggs every morning.
Where's that, Emil? Which place is that?
It's Arcady Mountain Motel.
Oh, I remember you mentioned it last year.
yeah, Katie. Yeah.
They're a family operated Ecuadorians, and they have some spread in the morning. Oh my God, from like I don't know, I forget what it's a coconut salad, and then they have all kinds of breads, and then they have fruit, and then they have, like I said, eggs. They can make the eggs any way, which way you want. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
it's
All right.
I'd
Well,
like to let everybody know that Scan in Newtown, I coordinate their plein air schedule. We paint
wow.
every Tuesday morning from 9 to noon. In the greater Danbury area, we do
oh wow.
the in the Bethel area, in Danbury. We're going to do the new Fairfield on June 17th. They're starting a plein air group for the groups around Candlewood Lake. And so we're going to join them on June 17th at the
Oh,
Senior
great.
Center in New Fairfield for the antique homes and the gardens behind the Senior Center. And so if anyone wants our schedule, you're welcome to come. You don't have to be part of SCAN. And just email me at Jen O'Brien, Obrien, at AOL.com.
Jen, why don't you send out something to everybody once? You'll see all our names in the next when I send out this video.
Oh, okay.
You just send something to everybody. They'll get it.
Sure.
Yeah,
Oh, all
that'd be
right. I
nice.
just didn't want to step on it if,
Yeah, no. It's all right.
Okay.
It's
I can do
watercolor
that.
stuff. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay. Well, then we're click to exit. What am I doing here? Okay.
Thank you. It was
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
Thank you, Ned.
Will you send out information
Have a
about
good one.
January when you're back? I hope.
Nice
that?
to visit with everybody.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
thank you. It
good
was
to see.
fun.
have a
Enjoyed
good
it.
summer.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Everyone.
Good one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks
Bye.
again, Ned.
Okay, you're very welcome.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
And boom.
It's over. Cap the wine.